Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing well and had a good Christmas. It's a couple of days before New Year as of filming this. Me and Reno had a great Christmas. We did spend most of it in bed because we both basically had the flu. Well, Reno's had this slow burn of a cold virus that's been not too bad but made her feel a bit sort of up and down day to day. I went from feeling great, thinking I really hope I don't catch that, to 24 hours of pretty much unconsciousness. I have never slept so much in my life. Full on fever, headaches, the joint aches, the whole thing, the whole flu thing. But 24 hours. I basically speed ran the flu, and what I've been left over with is just I sound a bit crap and I'm a bit But I need to go off the island. I'm on the DR, so why not join me and we'll have a bit of fun. We were going to film the Christmas Q&A the other day, but as I say, both of us just felt so there. We were like, we'll leave it till we feel a bit better and have a bit more life in us. I think we might be doing that today, or possibly the day after tomorrow. We'll get it done before the new year, basically. Reno's had to work a couple of days over Christmas, and today she's gone to see her family because this is the first time she's had an opportunity to see them. I think especially also when she was sick over Christmas, she wanted to keep herself to herself so she didn't spread it throughout her whole family. So that's good that she's out today with them, but she'll be home soon, and that's why I'm heading off the island so I can cook her some dinner. What happened to that? Okay, so this has been flooded, which means watch the next corner, please. I love the way that happens. They're like, oh, I see why you've stopped. Sorry, go on then. It's very kind of them. During the time that I was sick and stuck in bed, I played that game High on Life. Justin Rowland developed sort of game that's very Rick and Morty-esque. It's good. It's a good, fun game. Not the best game in the world, and a little bit short, maybe. On the Xbox S, so it is the basic one. It's really evident that they're pushing these consoles to the point they can not really handle it, or it's not been optimised properly for it because it's so buggy on the Xbox. I mean, I haven't played it on the PC to be fair, so I don't know, maybe it's not any better on there, but it definitely felt Xbox related. But definitely a game worth playing in my opinion. Another interesting thing I noticed, I don't watch TV, okay, as in live broadcasts. The only time me and Reno ever watch TV, is in the sense of, actual television, is when we watch on demand for something like Bake Off. We don't actively watch anything that's on TV. So I am years out of date with the way that things are done. Anyway, comes around to Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, and it was about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I can't find anything to watch on YouTube. Let's see what's on TV. There's bound to be some Christmas movies, Rambo, Die Hard. They were on, but they were on much earlier in the day, and by about 1 o'clock in the morning, it returned to the same old stuff they always play. I think this is highlighting just how much TV is struggling. That even at Christmas, they've had to condense down the good content, as it were, the bit they have to pay a lot of royalties on, down to just a few hours of the evening and day. And I know most people go to bed by 1 o'clock in the morning, but I remember in the past, there was films on till 2, 3, 4. You could sit up and watch back-to-back Rambos or something like that. No, there's nothing like it. But obviously this day and age, you just go to Netflix or Prime or whatever and just watch it there. I just never noticed that change in the world until now. What else did I do? Failed attempt at filming a video in the garage. I fitted a trickle charger to Reno's CBR just to keep the battery nice and happy during the winter time. And I did a video on it, but for some reason my Rode 2 microphones had some sort of interference, and the audio's all like... So that's an annoyance. But I actually did manage to sort of get myself out of bed to film that, and then it was all failed. And I said to myself, use the backup mic as well, and I'm like, I don't need to do that, but I definitely needed to do that, and I'm going to do it from now on. I just don't get it. And of course recently we've had torrential rain and gales, so as you can imagine the past week or so me and Reno have been hermits inside, and it's been great. If you think for 1 second I was going anywhere else but here, you're only fooling yourself, really. The only thing that's going to drag me out of the warm right now is getting food. I can't get it locally, so I have to come up here. And if you wonder why I can't get it more locally, it's because they're rubbish and they literally have just stopped selling everything. One of the jobs I've got to do soon is look inside this switch, because the push to cancel is so, like, it works sometimes, it's a little bit off others, and sometimes it feels like it actually clicks, but it doesn't switch it off. It's not something you can just easily replace, so I'm going to have a look in there and see how that actually works in this. Fun bike, fun bike. And it's actually reasonably dry today, which is amazing. And it's not even that cold. I was going to make a video on this of its own, then realised that's far too small. So we'll have to put it in another video and maybe make the title about it or not. It's always very difficult, my videos, when I talk about several different subjects. You know, and they're not big enough to flesh into a giant video. Some would, I'm not going to. But it's an unpopular opinion I'm going to give you. No, your oil filter is not really tight because the last person did it up too tight. Now, I know, yes, there is many examples of people over-tightening oil filters on bikes. When you go to remove them, they're an absolute nightmare. I agree. But the thing is, anytime anyone says, oh, my oil filter's really tight, it's always the last owner did it up too tight. I have done oil filters up myself by hand, just snug, just so, little bit of oil on the seal and everything so it shouldn't stick too much, and then gone to take it off and it's practically been welded on. And I did not over tighten that. I did it possibly on the loose side, just, you know, when you're like, that's enough. That's it, really. I just want to make it clear that I don't believe that the reason why your oil filter is tight is because someone over tightened it in every single example. Sure, when it's like completely welded on, well, then I guess it's the same thing. But then mine seemed to be at the time when I had to take it off, and that was on the XJ. It's pretty windy to lean into it, but thankfully this guy's consistent, so it's fine. He says that as it starts getting gusty. Is people over tightening it really the issue that's going on here, or is it just that oil filters get stuck over time? People tend to leave them on a bit longer than maybe they should. Maybe that gives it a bit more of an opportunity to be all suction on. Let me know what you think, but I know what I think. I think they just get stuck on. Why are you going so slowly? Come on. I want to go and have a look at the beach because it was getting absolutely hammered before Christmas, and I haven't been down there for a few days since I did that video where I showed how smashed up it was. So let's go and have a look and see if it's more smashed up. Whoa, it's busy. I was not expecting it to be this busy. It's not New Year's Day or anything like that. It's just normally when this sort of thing happens. I suppose you've got people at the skate park. Commitment, fair play. I'm getting knackered already. This is the most energetic thing I think I've done since I got sick. Yeah, it's a lot different. A lot of shingle's been piled up here. Not as bad as I thought it was going to look, but I think we're getting closer to the equilibrium point where it, you know, it just finds a natural happy place. So there we go, 2022. You smelly poo. I'm going to put on bike. Here's to the end of you. And best of luck to all of you in 2023. Let me know in the comments what your plans are for 2023. I've got a few, which I've given some inklings to. Someone going for a swim, fair enough. Fair enough. To me, the most amazing thing about that is not the willingness to go in the cold sea, it's the willingness to swim with the turds. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button. Huge thanks to my patron supporters who make this channel possible. Don't worry, lots more interesting stuff to come, and there will be plenty of bike reviews next year of what I can get my hands on. Until then, bye bye.